Hey guys, welcome to DevOpsSchool. In this video tutorial, we are going to learn about Docker. It helps us to create, deploy and run applications by using containers. After going through this tutorial, I promise you that the concept and understanding of the Docker will be absolutely clear to you.
But before that, let me ask you a few things. Are you dreaming of a career with higher pay and more responsibilities? Or are you ready to take your skills to the next level this year? Then start investing in DevOpsSchool certification level courses which will help you to emerge skills for a wide range of entry-level roles and as well as higher potential future positions. But with thousands of courses online and in classroom worldwide, finding the right one for your career goals can be difficult. You can consider our courses like Agile Developer, Agile QA, DevOps Certified Professionals, Site Reliability Engineering, DevSecOps, and Masters in DevOps Engineering, where you will have access to well-structured, easy-to-follow course content that has been developed and will be delivered by industry professionals. You can join on our training programs globally through online platforms, and if you are looking for classroom workshops, then we have regular sessions available in Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Delhi NCR, Mumbai and in Pune. Simply compare our many courses, find the one that suits your style and schedule best and start today.
First question is, what is Docker? Second question is, why Docker? Third question is, how Docker works and how to use it. Correct? So this is a very big question. What is Docker? Okay. So here I feel Docker is a container management tool. Docker is a container management tool. Now the next question is, here you have a management tool, container management tool. Now what is tool? What is the definition of tool? What is the definition of tool? So when I say tool, that means every time we are talking about the different tools and technologies over the past 5,000 years of human civilization, right? And only few purposes are there, few objectives are there to use the new tool. Save time, save cost, improve efficiencies. That's all. So this is the definition of tool. Now, question is, what is management? Definition of management here. So what is a management? Management of what? Container. Because management, I'm not going to teach you what is a management, because we Indians are very good in management. So what is the definition of management? Of containers. But still the question remains same. What is container? Correct? What is container? So guys, if you want to understand this, what is container, you need to go back in the history of computing. Let's go back in the history of computing. And here when I say computing, that means how you run applications. How to run applications. In a other way, what are the component in computer which runs application? These are the questions I'm talking about. Other questions, where do you run applications? These are the questions which I'm trying to answer. Remember, Docker is a container management tool. Here, Docker is a tool to save time. Docker is a tool for saving cost. Docker is a tool for improving efficiencies. Of what? Using what? Container. But the question is, what is a container? I don't know. To understand the the definition of container, we have to go back in the history of computing. Let me tell you one more thing, guys. I may do some mistakes while writing it grammatically or maybe uh, this keyword. So please do not mind because I'm using Notepad. Okay, so I'm not having any slides and I want to be focus on the discussion rather than checking the every time the spelling mistake and stuff like that. So I hope you understand this. Okay, so yes, so if you want to understand the containers, you have to go back in the history of computing and to find out the answer, how to run app, how to run app, what are the component in computer which run app, where do you run app? So guys, let's try to find it out. And I wish this session to be interactive. I know that the participant list are pretty large, and I have no idea about how many of you are in a quiet and calm place, so you can speak out. But if you can speak out without creating any background noise, that would be very great because I don't feel talking next 5 days to the laptop. So again, if you are at the good place and you can be interactive also, so there is no problem. Okay. So, so what do you think? How to run app? What are the component in computer which run app? Where do you run app? So, and any idea of these three questions? Any idea?
Hi, this is Soumyarka. So basically, you'll be having the hardware, and top of the hardware, you'll be having the OS. On top of the OS, you will run any application which will use the underlying OS.
Yes. So can I call this as a physical machine?
Yes, I mean it could be physical machine or VM. Or okay, let's go ahead with physical machine maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got my points, what I'm trying to address probably, but that's okay. We have we have to get started here. Yes, we were running application in a physical machine. We all know that. What are the component which we'll discuss here? Where do we run app? Physical machines. Now the question is, what are the components in the computer which run apps? We need to understand that. What are the components in computer which run apps? So guys, I'm here. I'm trying to create some drawings. So please focus, and also you can discuss about it. There's nothing new. Uh, and one more thing, guys, I know that uh, I'm doing the online training from last 3 months continuously because of the corona issues. And now let me tell you here, these are the topics like a Docker, Kubernetes. These are the new technology. I would not say new technology, but still for us, it's a new technology, new tools actually. And here, if you miss first session, then you will not be able to do second session. If you miss second session, you will not be able to do third session. Third session, if you miss, you will not do. That means it's each and every day, and each and every session is dependent on previous session. This is how it is. So if you miss this one or two session, your entire 5 days will be wasted, and you trust me on that. Okay, so you trust me on that. And second thing is, uh, you have to do the lab also, because by hearing and by doing the things, you will not be learning for sure. So you have to do the lab also. So let's dedicate these 5 days only for the name of containers. And there's one more reason you should focus on this training, and you should leave aside all of your personal or official work. And the reason is, this is one of the technology which is very hot in the market, and without that you will not be able to survive in the IT industry. Okay, so it's not about that organization has proposed this training for all of you for 5 days and you have to struggle with me for 5 days, but it's all about how you are improving your skills in this today's changing environment. You know that time is not good, and if you are not becoming serious for the improving our skills, so it will not be good for us for anyways. So it's not about the training for the training which is proposed by organizations, so you should attend. You should be focusing, you should be attending this training because of one more reason, like you want to improve your skills, and without these skills you will not be able to survive in IT industry. Trust me on that, and you will feel it. And I'm not teaching you something great, I'm just teaching you a platform to run app. That's all. And this is a new platform, so you need to know actually. So yes, please, I would request you, please focus on it, because sometimes people will come back to me saying that okay, second day he or she is not able to understand, third day she is not able to. That means if you have not understood second day, that means you did not focus on the first day. And one more important thing, we have a test every day. I'm repeating multiple times, so you should hardcore yourself. So each and every one score I'm going to share with LNDT. It's been requested multiple times, so please focus. Okay. So guys, come back to my discussion here. Let's go back in the history of computing. Let's go back to the history of computing. How to run app? What are the components in the computer which run app and stuff like that? So yes, we were running we were running application on a physical machine. We all know that. I'm not teaching you something great, but we need to discuss. So if you look at this here, this is your hardware. Now, when I say hardware, that means typically we call it CPU, RAM, and storage. These are the three things we consider hardware. Apart from that, other components. On top of that, what we have operating system. We all know nothing great, but guys, inside operating system, do you know what is there? Inside operating system, do you know what is there, guys? Anyone?
Kernel.
Yes. So in the operating system, you have kernel. Wonderful. Now, do you know what is there inside a kernel? When I say inside, that means how this kernel is made, how the kernel is made. How the kernel is made. So guys, probably from here you will get stuck. So I'm just talking about operating system has kernel, and kernel is made of a namespaces. Okay, I'm just in short I'm putting up NS. Kernel is made of namespaces, C groups, and capabilities, CG and capabilities. Now I will write it down here so it is easy for us to understand. We have an operating system, we have a kernel, and kernel has named spaces, C groups, and capability. Now namespace, also there are many namespaces are there, but the 4 namespaces I'm going to talk about in this session. There is a one namespace which we call is user namespace. There is a one namespace which is called MNT namespace. There is another namespace which we call network namespace, and there is one more namespace which we call it tmap namespace. So guys, this is the namespace. Now you must be wondering, what is the namespace? To simplify this namespaces, let me tell you, kernel has multiple libraries. Namespace is something like a libraries, and these are the kind of libraries, but in kernel we call it namespace. Okay? It's areas which is getting built upon. So these are the user libraries, MNT libraries, net libraries, and tmap libraries. But in kernel, what we call it? We call it namespace. Please be mindful about it. So these are the namespace. And then we have a C groups, and then we have a capability. Okay. Now, this I elaborated here in the notepad. Now I'll go back in this diagram, and on this operating system, what you have. So let me pick one of you, and I think Lokesh. So Lokesh, we both are in the same operating system. So this is me, user space. This is Rajesh, okay, and this is Lokesh. Okay, think about it. So what is this? This is a user space. This is a user space, isolated user space. Now, how this is created? This user space, how this is created? So this is coming from this user. Okay, this is coming from the user. Okay. Now I will run applications here. Rajesh has run Apache. Lokesh also has run Apache. Okay. Lokesh also has run Apache. So when you see that, I'm just answering this question. What are the component in the computer which run application? That's all. This point. So I run Apache. Lokesh also run Apache. But I have used to run Apache 80 port. So do you think Lokesh will be able to run Apache in 80 port? What do you think?
No.
No, right? So guys, you only suggested me Apache. So there is a only one network. Let me change the color here. There is a only one network which we have right now. This is the one network right now, which is shared by all the user. One between Rajesh and Lokesh. Okay, it can be more user also, but that network is shared by one. So this is called network. So here, this network which is created at for the all the user has come from where? So guys, it has come from network. Okay, network. Okay. So this is come from the network. Now, so yes, he has to change the 80 to 81 port. Now we know that very well. We know that very well, and he'll be able to run it. He'll be able to run it that application. That's okay. Now, guys, Apache is running on the PID 50 by Rajesh. By Rajesh. So when Lokesh run Apache, though he changed the port number, so do you think he'll be able to get the 50 PID? Guys, there's some background noise suddenly started coming from the 21247, something like that. 889 ending with. Please you mute yourself. Yes, thank you. So guys, I was asking 889, please mute yourself. So I was asking one question. I was asking one question. So this Apache is running on the 50 PID. So Lokesh, will you be able to run the Apache on same PID number? Same PID number? No. Why no? Because here all the user share the same process map. Okay? Same process map. This process map comes from where? Here. So this makes sure that you will not get same PID number. So here this is a process map. So here one process map you get it, one network. Now, so one more thing here. Apache wants to, this Apache, which is Rajesh, Apache wants to write a files into the C Apache directory. So now C Apache has been used by Rajesh. So will the locus also can use the C Apache without having the data integrity issues? Do you think? How can we write both the Apache in the same directory without a data integrity issues, without changing a directory? Every mapping should be same. Is it possible? I mean, technically it's possible, but I added one more statement without compromising the integrity of the data. That means when I see the data for this Apache and this Apache, there should not be any merging or something like that, appending and stuff like that. Is it possible? Is it possible, Lokesh? Am I connected or not?
Not possible.
Okay, not possible. So now the question is, who create one single mount? Who create one single mount? Okay, so you get all the user is getting only one mount. C drive only one. All users see the C drive only one, and D drive only one. Who's getting all the users? So how is coming from this? So this is coming from MNT. So what I was trying to tell you here is, we ask one question: what are the component in the computer which runs app? So if I want to run app, think about it. I need one user space. This is the one. I need one network. This is the one. I need one mount. This is the one. And I need one process map, the PID for managing. So this is the components which you need. Now they come from where? Namespaces. See here, this is the word. Where is that? In kernel. So guys, let me ask you, how many user space you can create in one physical machine? How many user space? How many?
N in number.
Multiple. Because multiple user you can create. That means this isolation which I am talking about, you can create multiple Rajesh, Lokesh, XYZ, MNP, whatever the user. But how many network you get initialized in a one operating system? How many network? How many?
One.
One. How many mounts you see in the one operating system? When I say how many network? Okay, just a second, guys. 1 second. Okay, sorry about this. There's some noise, background noise for that. So I will just muting that. Okay. So how many mounts you can see in one operating system? And when I say mount, that means how many C drive and D drive you have seen? Have you seen the multiple C drive and D drive? Have you seen the multiple C drive in one operating system?
No. Only one.
Yeah. So how many mount you get it? 1. How many process map you get into one operating system? I will put it in this way, simple question. How many PID you have seen getting duplicated? Different, same PID for the two process?
None.
None. So one. So guys, here you see that you get one PMAP, you get one network, you get one process map, a PMAP, network, and mount. Okay. Now, and you get one multiple user space here and here. All the user space share the same process map, same network, same mount. So now all this thing comes from where? Namespaces. Namespace is where? Kernel. So this is the current architecture of physical machines, which we discussed. And this is how we run applications. Okay. Now, what cgroups is doing? Managing CPU and RAM to each process. Okay. And what is the capability is doing? Capability will make sure the access of user. That means whether this user is a root user and this user is a normal user, that is will managed by capability. So now understand that this is the architecture of physical machine. Okay. All operating system. Operating system has what? Kernel. Kernel has what? Namespace, cgroups, and capability. Let me ask you one thing. Let me ask you one thing. What is the mean? What is PC stand for? What is PC stand for?
Personal computer.
Wonderful. Nothing new.
Computer.
Okay. I will consider personal computing. So guys, computing, let's keep it aside. Do you know what is a personal? What is a personal?
Single user.
Single user. So remember guys, this architecture which we have discussed just now, think about it. This architecture which we have discussed just now, this architecture was designed. See here, understand this. This architecture is designed for personal computing. When that computer got invented, the scientist, architect, and everyone, they wanted to develop a personal computing unit. So they developed this kind of architecture. They developed the operating system, and then they allowed how many network? One. How many mount? One. How many process map? One. Think about it. But they allow to create multiple user. Why? Because what you will do with the multiple C drive? What you will do with the multiple process map? What you will do with multiple network? You are developing. My operating system has been developed. See, operating system like a Unix, Linux, and Windows has been developed for the personal computing purpose. So only they added only one network, one mount, and whereas they allowed you to create multiple users. But is it possible? Can I create multiple network? Yes, this is there here in a namespace. You can initialize as many times and you can get it a multiple network. Can I get the multiple C drive? Yes, you can get the multiple C drive. Can you get the multiple process map? Yes, you can get it. But here, this operating system company has only initialized 111 and they allowed you to create a multiple user space. Why? Because of so guys, to answer a questions which we raised, what are the components in the computer which run app? So guys, you need, in order to run one application, you need one user. See here, one application. I said one application. So here, you look at this here. This application I'm talking about, one application. You need one user, one network, one mentee, one PM. Okay. So did you understand that this question? Will you remember all the time?
Thanks for watching. To watch our complete session, enroll for our premium membership. Click onto the join button and enroll yourself with the best suited option.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Want to study further? Subscribe to our paid membership to get a deep dive into each and every topic. Do look out for more videos in our playlist and subscribe to our DevOps School channel and hit the bell icon to learn more. Keep learning.